Target acquired. Dispensing product.
Hey everybody, Ed here, what's going on? And today we're going to be taking a look at the S.C.M. EX Banpresto figure of the RX-78-1 prototype Gundam. This is again a Banpresto figure, so it is pretty rare. This is a prize figure in Japan. You can only get them through claw machines or basically just really hard to find. You can like find them at thrift shops, I guess. And luckily enough, I've met a guy who's unhealthily supplying me with all of the prototype, or not the prototype, the S.C.Ms that I need. So, as you can see up on the box, it says here, Special Creative Model EX MSV. Very nice looking shot of the RX-78-1 prototype Gundam here on the side. I'm just gonna get some cool action-y shots showing off some gimmicks, his rifle and stuff, all that good Japanese information. And then the other one that you can get that was released at the same time as the prototype, the Johnny Origins Zaku 2, which I'd really like to get my hands on at some point. And just kind of like briefly shows off the the accessories that comes with it. And on the side here, kind of instructions on how to attach the shield, some of the different variations of the molding other than the other RX-78- whatever releases. And then up top, it's got a little flappy flap how to open this guy. So let's get this guy out of the box and see what we're dealing with here. After we open it up and take him out of the package, we got him in this sort of clear tray. And since I got him used, all of the accessories that I got with him were in a baggie, so I'm not actually sure where the accessories go, since this is the only plastic insert tray in the box. So once we get him out of the packaging, we're going to get a very nice looking RX-78-1 prototype Gundam. Now at the initial look at him, you might think, oh, it's just a classic recolor of the RX-78-2. It's not. There are lots of differences on this guy. For example, if you go around, first thing that you're going to notice differently are the arms. They have, if my camera will focus, there we go. They have these small rotating bits on the side that will easily pop out. So if you manage to ever find one of these for yourself, always be really wary of the side bits. And also, he's got a longer side skirt on the left side, or on this side. For some reason, our left is right. And then he's got different ankle guards here, which really don't matter at all, and they don't really vary in the design, but they are just some very small things that I guess that would define the RX-78-1 here as a prototype. Also, something I noticed, other than the other S.C.M. figures I don't really have with me at the moment, his beam sabers are much larger than the other two, which I'll show in a comparison later. Sabers in, and he's all completed. I guess we should go over the articulation. S.C.Ms are honestly my favorite line of Gundams. They just have the best articulation, in my opinion, out of any figure of Gundam in general. Just incredible. So, start up at the head here. We've got the head on a ball joint, actually two ball joints. There's 1 and 2 inside there. Let my camera focus on that a bit. And then we have a shoulder joint, which will move sort of like this, which is really interesting, that it kind of pulls away from the chest like that. The shoulder armor moves a little bit, kind of loosely connected there. Rotates at the upper part of the arm, 2 bends at the elbow, and as I've spoken before, this little black part's already popped out. Down. For the stomach area, there's a very cool bend. You can move that torso in there like that. And there's also 2 ball joints that kind of work their way around there. Front skirts are on ball joints. Side skirts are on flaps that go up and pop off if you move them way too much. Back on there. Oops, popped them right off. But yeah, you can sort of see the ball joint in there, if my camera wasn't blurry. And the back section is sort of just placed on there. The legs, incredible posing legs that the S.C.Ms have. Full 360 rotation here, ball joint in here, And you even get a little bit of movement. I'll just move the side skirt so you can kind of see in there. Just incredible movement all around with that. So yeah, it's like a ball joint here, a ball joint here, rotation joint there. You get 2 joints at the knee, and again, I apologize for my camera being so focusy. I don't know why it keeps autofocusing like this. It's nothing I can help. So it's got 2 joints at the knee, and you got this little panel thing in there that'll move. 2 ball joints at the knee, or at the ankle, and then you have this on a up and down sort of swivel joint, and so you get like the leg or the foot can move in like 8 different poses. So overall, this guy, you're gonna get literally absolutely any pose you could possibly ever want to put an RX-78-1 in. Plus you get 3 hands, you get 2 trigger fingers here for each hand, and you get an outstretched kind of epic robot anime pose hand. So as for his accessories, first up you're gonna get the beam rifle here that has articulation. You can move the little handle there around, and it's pretty much the same exact design as the RX-78-1s, except it doesn't have a scope. And here we have the Hyper Bazooka. It's a little bent, but since it's made of soft plastic, after bending it a little bit back, it'll be fine. Nothing really moves on it, just a nice kind of extra weapon to put on his back panel there, just to have him pose with. Here we have the shield, and a very nice color scheme matching the Gundam itself with a big red crest and a red backing instead of a gray one. Attachment clip and everything, and it just looks great. And a little articulation is the ball joint here for the connector piece. And as everyone likes to call them, 2 famous bubblegum beam sabers. So what do I think of the RX-78-1? My final thoughts are, it is the most amazing, well, from one of the most amazing figure lines ever created. If you were ever lucky enough to find an S.C.M. EX or any of the other Banpresto toys that they've made, grab it. Do not leave it behind. Pay whatever amount of money you see it for. Just buy it. It's amazing. The RX-78-1 has amazing articulation, better than a robot Damashi. I'm serious. This thing actually completely beats the robot Damashi. The material is sort of a harder plastic, but that's nice, and it's just a really great figure. You can put it in any pose you want. The only flaw I might see with it with a Gundam fan is that the fact that it has sort of a different design and a unique line art that it wasn't actually featured anywhere, like comic-wise, book-wise, anime, manga-wise. It's just a totally unique and on its own design. Again, if you're ever lucky enough to find one of these guys, pick it up. This gets a solid 10 out of 10 on the Ed scale. So, that about wraps it up for the RX-78-1 Prototype Gundam S.C.M. EX MSV review. That's a mouthful. Check out my Facebook page, make sure to subscribe, and check out Tatsu Hobby. So, that's about it. I'll see you all next time.